this new moon in Virgo at 0 degrees is considered a black moon because there is a second new moon in Virgo, which will be actually at 29 degrees on September 21st. And this black moon is an amplified version of the new moon. Some astrologers see this black moon as a time to reflect on the previous cycle and release anything that's no longer serving us before setting the new intentions. It can be a moment to clear the slate before planting the new seeds of the new moon. This new moon, black moon, is an amplified version of the new moon energy for this sign of Virgo, combined with a period of reflection and release. It's considered a contained Virgo cycle. So because it's spanning from 0 degrees Virgo to 29 degrees Virgo in a 30-day period. I've been feeling the energy for a few days now. You might as well have been feeling that. So with this Virgo new moon energy, one thing to consider is that it's at 0 degrees, right? So do you have any planets at 0 degrees? And or any aspects in your birth chart at 0 degrees? And we're going to go through each of the houses and pull some cards for that sign. Like I'm a Libra, so Virgo is in my 12th house. So when I pull cards for the 12th house, I'm speaking to a Libra sun. A Libra ascendant. So this 0 degrees in Virgo is pure potential. It is a mark of any sign, like a seed that's beginning to sprout. It represents the purest potential of that sign, unencumbered by experience or challenge. A new moon at 0 degrees Virgo signals a fresh start, an opportunity to set intentions and begin new projects related to Virgo themes of organization, health, service, routines, right? With a clean slate. And on September 29th or September 21st, when the new moon in Virgo at 29 degrees happens, that is the culmination or the completion of this contained Virgo cycle. And the anaretic degree of 29 degrees of any sign represents culmination, the completion, and a sense of urgency. It's a point of high intensity where the lessons of that sign need to be fully integrated. So the new moon at 29 degrees of Virgo suggests that you're being called to finalize, complete, or release anything related to Virgo themes that is no longer serving you. It's like the final exam before moving on to the next stage. So how does this play out? It can play out in a number of ways. You might start a new health routine and then quickly see significant results, or realize that it's time to change something up, right? When you get to that 29 degrees Virgo. You could begin a new organizational project at 0 degrees and then encounter unexpected challenges or discover hidden talents at 29 degrees. You might feel a strong urge to serve others at 0 degrees Virgo, and then quickly realize you need to set healthy boundaries or delegate tasks when that 29 degrees comes up, right? So you're beginning something new at the 0 degrees, and then through the 30-day calendar time period, when we start reaching that 29 degrees Virgo, you might realize that something needs to be changed up, or you might release something that you no longer need, right? So that's what this contained Virgo cycle is. And this is, again, about some routines, organization, your health, service to others, something like that. Okay, that's what Virgo is. So as I was getting ready for this reading and this video, the angel card 1122 came out, which is major change. Have faith in your skills and talents, as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future, a piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message that's on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. Okay. And the crone card that came out was South. And that is, in the clear, hot noon, who has time to sit and eat when music plays and the red shoes still fit? Dance in the direction of letting go, of passion, of being who you truly are in the moment. Be renewed by the fire within. So that's kind of like how this new moon energy is happening, right? It's awakening something in you. You want to start something new. It's right. It's a new moon. And when you're setting your intentions for this new moon, you want to work on them every day. This is a process because we're starting at 0 degrees and we're ending at 29 degrees. So this contained Virgo time period, or this contained Virgo cycle, is something that you need to work on daily. So set your intentions, right? You can write them down, read them every day, at least 3 times a day. You can write them out, and then when you get to the full moon, then you can release those intentions, right? Or when you get, and then you can set more intentions for the next new moon. Okay, so let's pull some cards for each sign for this new moon. So if you are a Virgo, if your ascendant is Virgo, then Virgo is in your first house, and that's about yourself, your identity, your appearance. This could bring a focus of self-improvement, personal habits, and physical health. You might feel inspired to refine your appearance, adopt a healthier lifestyle, or develop new skills that enhance your self-image. So, all right, so guidance for Virgo. We have honor your body, right? The self. Okay, what else, Spirit, for Virgo for this first house for this Virgo new moon? We have the Ace of Wands, the Death card, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Fool. So you want to take that passion, right? That you're beginning, those intentions that you're setting. This is a new beginning, a new journey. Something has ended in order for something to begin. And the Knight of Pentacles represents taking your time, moving slowly, right? Move through this whole cycle. Don't expect things to happen overnight. What I also heard was that these intentions that you're setting, you might say, I want this specific thing, but you might get something a little bit different. And it's because you're getting what you need, and it may not exactly be what it is that you want. So be open to what's coming in. Ask Spirit and your guides for guidance, and let's see what happens. Okay, Virgo? So next we have Leo. Leo would be, if you have a Leo ascendant, Virgo is in your second house. And that is about finances, values, and possessions. This cycle could prompt you to organize your finances, reassess your values, and streamline your possessions. You might focus on creating more stable financial foundation or finding practical ways to increase your income. Okay, so let's see. What guidance do you have for Leo, Spirit, please? And I'm going backward or in the reverse for the signs, but I'm going around in the clockwise or the counterclockwise for the houses. Okay, no jumpers. Let's see, what is this? Talk to Mother Earth. So ground yourself, right? That's that stability, right? That's that the second house of finances, value, right? Your possessions. You want to be, it says, be more financially stable. So talk to Mother Earth. Okay, Spirit, what guidance do you have for Leo? Three of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Four of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So have a new perspective, right? Be open to the new perspective. Align your head and your heart. Be more, I heard cunning, right? You want to streamline some things. So be open to some new ideas that are coming through. Um, Ask Gaia for support, right? Go outside, ground yourself. Even taking a shower, right? Letting the water wash over you. You can say, be underneath the shower head and say, as this water is raining over me, please wash away all my negativity. I'm wearing black today because black soaks up negativity, right? And I want to keep the positive energy. So as we're starting this um, Virgo new moon, I'm a Libra. So my Virgo is in my 12th house. So we're going to get to that in a second. Okay, so now we have Cancer. Cancer, if you have a Cancer ascendant, your Virgo would be in your 3rd house, which is communication, learning, and siblings. This cycle could inspire you to improve your communication skills, take a course, or connect with siblings and neighbors. You might focus on organizing your thoughts, clarifying your ideas, or finding practical ways to share your knowledge with others. It's a good time to learn a new language if that's what you want to do. Okay, so what's going on with Cancer, Spirit? Guidance for Cancer in this new moon in Virgo, please. Okay. Take a warm bath. Listen to the song of the birds. So take a warm bath, relax, pause, be mindful, right? Warm your body, warm your thoughts, go inward, and then listen to the song of the birds. What is nature telling you? What is the earth telling you? Ground yourself also, Cancer. Okay, Spirit, what else for Cancer? Okay, so no more shuffling, Spirit said. Page of Pentacles, the Sun, the High Priestess, and the Strength card. Okay, so the High Priestess, right? That is your divine feminine energy, right? She has no roof. She has all this potential. You want to, with your learning, with your communication, with your togetherness, right? That's the word that I got. Your connection with others. You want to know that, or you want to have strength, right? You want to be mindful. You want to ground yourself, right? You want to listen to and see the signs and synchronicities. What are the birds showing you, right? What is the song of the birds? Is the song, sometimes birds can be loud and like squawky, right? So that's kind of stressful. Or it could be melodic, right? It could be soothing, right? So what is going on with that? So you have 3 major arcana here. So there's a lot of change going on for you, right? Like this card says, dance in the direction of letting go of that passion, right? You have the Page of Cups. I'm sorry, the Page of Pentacles here. And the Page of Pentacles is about new ideas, new ways of doing things, right? Having a passion for that. Okay. Gemini. So if you are a Gemini ascendant, your Virgo is in the 4th house, and that's about home, family, and roots. This cycle could bring a focus on creating more organized or harmonious home environment. You might declutter your living space, tackle some home repairs, or spend more time with family. So what's going on in your home? Okay, Gemini. So honor your body. So your body is your home. So maybe you're focusing on creating more harmony with your own body. Okay. All right, Spirit, what other guidance do you have for Gemini? This also could be a good time to deal with any unresolved family or childhood issues. So you're focusing on the 4th house of home, family, and roots. And you're part of that home, right? And that family and those roots. You are the root. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Hermit, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. So you're healing, right? It could be part of that family or child wounds. You're taking those lessons learned, right? The Hermit goes off to himself. He learns to be mindful, right? To be still. He honors himself, right? He's shining the light on those lessons learned, right? On what he's going to do in the forward movement, but in the upcoming days. And you have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, right? You've been working on these things. So you're going to take these things that you've been working on, and you have the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. So there's a new message of truth that could be coming out. You're discovering some things. While you're honoring yourself and honoring your body, you might be discovering some new things about yourself. Okay, Gemini? Okay, now we have Taurus. And if your ascendant is Taurus, then Virgo is in your 5th house of creativity, romance, and children. This cycle could inspire you to express your creativity, pursue your hobbies, or spend more time with your children. You might focus on refining your artistic skills, organizing creative projects, or finding practical ways to nurture your inner child, right? Watch out for a tendency to go overboard when dealing with creative or romantic endeavors. So let's see. Okay, Spirit, what guidance do you have for Taurus and the 5th house of creativity, romance, and children? You are not a victim. So, I want to read this one. You are not a victim. You know you have had struggles and hardships. That difficult time is over now. Remember, you are a child of the Creator and a powerful being. Do not let your painful experiences overshadow who you are. Do not be seduced by the victim role. What's the payoff? Maybe people feel sorry for you when you are feeling bad, or maybe others feel guilty when you tell them your story. These are temporary rewards and will never reflect the sadness of your being. The sacredness of your being. Repeating your story over and over locks it into your experience. Life is a cycle, and the cycle of victimhood needs an oppressor. Do not call in more oppressors. Remember, your relatives love you and will play any role you wish them to play. You are that powerful. Own your pain and let it flow onward. Free yourself from the cycle and create a new story, one that does not rob you of a mighty and joyful life. Dream a new dream for yourself and remember the nurturing nature of the sacred feminine. So don't play the victim. Don't look for sympathy. This could be part of your inner child. What's going on with your inner child is this new moon in Virgo opening up some energies. Are you feeling like there's some trauma maybe that's going on, some triggers that are happening? You could have some aspects with this new moon in Virgo that are affecting that. What's going on with Chiron? What's going on with Black Moon Lilith? Okay. Again, watch out for the tendency to go overboard. What guidance do you have for Taurus, please, Spirit? This one's pretty heavy for you, Taurus. Let's see. Let's get some guidance. Okay. So we have the 6 of Wands. So know that you're going to get through this, right? 10 of Wands, the Magician, and the 2 of Wands. So you're going to get through this. You have the tools that you need. You have what it is that you need. Like I just saw the Hermit. So what lessons and what knowledge and experience do you already have? The 10 of Wands here is about putting your burdens down, right? You had the 9 of Wands is about the wounded warrior doing all that work. And then you take all those things that you have accomplished and you use them, right? With that 10 of Wands. And the 10 is an ending of a cycle. And then the 2 of Wands is about manifesting. So what is it that you want? You can still ask for stuff, right? setting intentions is kind of like manifesting, right? But this is a new cycle where this Virgo in at 0 degrees is that beginning cycle, right? We're starting to see what it is. So in the what have we been working on and what can we let go right now, right? Because this is a new beginning. We're starting to find something new, to do something new. And don't, if you've had a hard time, try not to be the victim. Try not to, I just heard let loose, right? Um, free yourself up, meaning don't be so serious, right? Use that creative and use your childlike energy, right? Your 11-year-old self. Use that energy to get where you need to go. Okay, Aries. If your ascendant is in Aries, then Virgo is in your 6th house of work, service, and health. And that's what this Virgo energy is all about, right? So this could be very powerful for you. Again, it's a natural fit for Virgo. It could bring strong focus on improving your work habits, servicing others, and taking care of your health. You might streamline your work processes, volunteer for something, adopt a healthier diet, maybe a new exercise routine. And just remember that in the beginning here, you are developing this new exercise program, new diet, whatever. I know I've been working on that for a long time. And by the time the next new moon comes up at 29 degrees, you might have seen some significant improvements, things that some goals that you have met, and then you can see things that you might need to change. Plant a seed. Okay, so plant that seed. What is the new thing that you want to start that has to do with work, service, or your health? I'm just really hearing health here. Okay, so I just wanted to follow up. So we have the 7 of Wands, 9 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, the Empress. So be open to what's coming in. This is a big change that you're going through. It's fated and destined. You are wanting to release what no longer serves you because you've set those boundaries, right? You're not going to let certain things move forward anymore. You're going to feel that confidence. And when you start that new health routine or whatever it is in this 6th house with this new energy that you have, then you're going to see happiness with this, right? You're planting that seed. And when you get to the end, when you get to that 29 degrees of Virgo, then you're going to, I just heard clarity. Things are going to be clear for you and how you're going to move forward, what you're going to release. Make sure you keep that divine feminine energy open, right? Be open to what's coming in. Trust your intuition. What is your intuition telling you? Is it telling you to release this, release that? Is it telling you to change something, do something more, right? Follow that. Okay, Pisces. If your ascendant is Pisces, then Virgo is in your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, and contracts. This could prompt you to improve your relationships, negotiate contracts, and create more balanced partnerships. You might focus on clarifying your expectations, communicating your needs, or finding practical ways to support your loved ones. So what's going on? What guidance do you have for Pisces in the 7th house? Please, Spirit. Lie on the ground. Okay. That could be about pausing, right? Let's see what that says real quick. When is the last time you felt a connection to the natural world? It's time to spend time in the realm of the sacred feminine. Sprawl out on the grass or snow and let your back connect with Mother Earth. Feel her healing energy pass through your spine and transmute all the exhaustion and pain you have been carrying. So this 7th house of relationships, love, and partnerships, contracts, it could be about you, right? Your relationship to yourself, your partnership with yourself. Ground yourself. That's balance, right? Okay, Spirit, what guidance do you have for Pisces? What more guidance do you have for Pisces? Okay. the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Six of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. So in order to move forward, you're going to need to set some boundaries. Okay. You're going to say, maybe your intention is to ground yourself every day. Maybe your intention is to be grateful and have gratitude every single day. You're going to release those things that no longer serve you. Release old traditions, right? Old ways of doing things, old habits, right? But you have to set those boundaries, and you have to connect with Earth, with Gaia, with Mother Earth, right? Connect. Go walk in the grass, walk barefoot. Yesterday, I was walking barefoot outside, and I normally never go barefoot, but it was just so soothing. So do that, right? I wasn't in the grass, I was on the cement, but I was outside and I was tending to my garden, which is a ritual that I do every day. I go out every morning and tend to my garden, and that helps me feel grounded and helps me feel more mindful and more of a sense of peace. Okay. All right. If your ascendant is in Aquarius or is Aquarius, then your Virgo is in your 8th house of intimacy, transformation, and shared resources. That's also a hidden house, right? This cycle could inspire you to delve deeper into your intimate relationships, explore your shadow side, and manage shared resources more effectively. You might focus on healing emotional wounds, releasing limiting beliefs, or organize your finances with a partner. Watch out for being codependent on your partner. Create a sacred fire. So be more intimate with yourself, perhaps. Trust yourself more. Know that you have something to offer. Hello, sorry about that. My camera only records for 30 minutes. So creating a sacred fire for yourself, right? Don't be codependent on your partner. Have more trust in yourself and what you offer, right? In this 8th house where Virgo is for this new moon. You have the Page of Swords, the Four of Swords, Strength, and the Knight of Cups. So you're still healing, right? And creating that sacred fire and healing yourself and working on yourself, right? There might be some new truths that are coming out when you delve deeper into your intimate relationships, or it could be your intimate relationship with yourself. This new moon, these new beginnings, these intentions, it has a lot to do with us, right? As a person, as an individual. And so be gracious with yourself, right? Nurture yourself. Give yourself grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. Okay, for those with an ascendant in Capricorn, Virgo is in your 9th house of travel, education, and beliefs. This cycle could bring a focus on expanding your horizons, pursuing higher education, and exploring your beliefs. You might plan a trip, enroll in a course, study new philosophy. It's a good time to start and complete a spiritual retreat, maybe. Okay. So, what guidance do you have for Capricorn spirit for this Virgo new moon? Sing your song of life. So, what is it that you want, right? What are you trying to bring forward? This could be part of your spiritual path, right? What are you trying to start right now and ready to complete? You've been working on this for a while. What are you ready to do? Okay, 3 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the 2 of Pentacles. So be open to what's coming in. Like, I believe it was Taurus, I'm not sure. They also had the 10 of Wands, right? So you have the 9 of Wands where you've been working on some things, right? You obviously you've been trying to manifest some things. Be open to what's coming in. Take that knowledge and experience, take all those lessons learned with you, like that 10 of Wands, and use those resources, right? Use those things. And then once you use them, then put them aside and make more room for more manifestation. This is divine timing, right? This is happening right now. You have some choices, but you need to concentrate on you. What is this new beginning? What is this Virgo energy that's coming out for you? What is it? Your health? Is it your routines? Is it service, right? Is it organization, right? So what's going on that you are trying to work on right now, Capricorn? Okay. Next, if your ascendant is in Sagittarius, Virgo is in your 10th house of career, public image, and reputation. This could prompt you to refine your career goals, improve your public image, and take practical steps towards achieving your ambitions. You might streamline your work processes, network with colleagues, or update your resume. Try to do things work related the right way and not just because it's your job. It could be new beginning to a completion, right? This Virgo cycle of completion. I'm retiring. So are you shoring up some things for your retirement, right? Okay, Spirit, what guidance do you have for Sagittarius for this Virgo new moon? Say a prayer of thanks. So be grateful, be gracious, have gratitude for everything that you have. This is your public image, right? What is going on with you personally? Again, it says do things the right way, not just because it's your job. What makes you happy? I just heard. Okay. Guidance for Sagittarius. 8 of Cups. Time to move on to your best and highest self. King of Wands. Queen of Swords. And the 4 of Wands. So this newness is like an innovation, right? The King of Wands is about, he's a visionary. He sees into the future. The Queen of Swords cuts through the crap, right? She knows exactly what she wants and she knows how to get there. She doesn't listen to the BS that's going on. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Don't listen to it. The 4 of Wands is about this happiness, about completion, right? Okay, Scorpio. If you have your ascendant in Scorpio, then Virgo is in your 11th house of friendships, community, and hopes. This cycle could inspire you to connect with like-minded friends, get involved in your community, and pursue your hopes and dreams. You might join a club, volunteer your time, or organize a fundraising event. What's going on for Scorpio? That's spark. She wants to go outside, but she cannot go outside because she's deaf, and I'm afraid that she's going to get hurt. So the garage door is open for her, so she can go out in the garage, but she wants more. She's actually not a Scorpio, but she's being very stubborn like a Scorpio right now. She was born in July. She is a Cancer, so she's very sensitive. Okay, what guidance do you have for Scorpio, please, Spirit, for this new moon in Virgo? Play a drum. So vibration. What's the vibration that's coming through? What are you feeling connected to? What is it that you want to get involved in? All right, Spirit, more guidance for Scorpio, please. The Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the 3 of Swords, and the World. Okay, so you might need to ground yourself also. There's a lot of feminine energy that's going on right now. We have Hecate and we have Gaia and some other goddesses that are being involved in all of the aspects that are going on right now. And that's what I'm feeling for you, Scorpio. This is a fated time for you. There might be some sadness because something is ending and you don't maybe necessarily want it to end. In order for something to start, sometimes things have to end, right? But know that you're closing a cycle, right? So this Virgo new moon at 0 degrees is beginning the closing of that cycle, beginning that completion. And what is it in your 11th house of friendships, community, and your hopes? Could it be your hopes and dreams are changing, right? You've been working on some things and now it's a new passion. It could be something that you love, that you want to start, and it's kind of scary, right? So connect with the vibration of drums or of synchronicities. You have the two sunflowers there and they're shining towards you on each side. So you have the cooperation of the universe and spirit that is working with you. Okay. All right. And Libra. If you are a Libra ascendant, then Virgo is in your 12th house, like me. That's spirituality, subconscious, and isolation. This cycle could bring a focus on exploring your spirituality, connecting with your subconscious mind, and finding solace in solitude. I can say that I've been feeling that I've wanted to be a little more alone right now for some reason. You might meditate, journal, or spend some time in nature. And I told you I do that every morning. I spend time in nature. This cycle also relates to the completion of old karma and releasing of old wounds. Okay, what guidance for Libra, please, Spirit? No jumpers. Okay. Okay, not that one. What's this one? Honor your body. That could be something that you need to do, right? Do something for yourself. Libras are like to do things for others, right? And then you have make a feast, celebrate, right? You have more than one person here. Find happiness. What's bringing you joy? In this time of wanting to be in solace and solitude, don't just do that, right? Put yourself out there with others, right? Others love you too. What guidance do you have for Libra? We have the Four of Wands. So a celebration, a promotion, a completion, right? Something is coming forward. The Emperor, the Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So this nurturing of yourself, this, what is it that you want for this spiritual growth of yours? Yesterday, I was listening to a live from the Spiritual View, and Betsy Morgan was on there, and she was saying that everyone involved with the Spiritual View they're all from Sirius, and so it's like a twin ray, right? That's an organization, or not an organization, but you're part of the same group. So it's like a twin flame, but you're part of the same group. It's not like you're the same soul, right? And so that's what I'm feeling right now with this, is that find that connectivity, don't use that isolation to to isolate yourself. Don't use that isolation to be away from others, but use it to ground yourself, to gather your thoughts, to be mindful, so that you can be open to this spiritual collective that's going on around you, because you have a moving forward. You have the Emperor here, which is about what's best for you, but the Emperor is also a leader, right? He takes action, and you've been working on some things. So maybe bring all those things together and pay attention to what you're feeling. Trust your intuition. Okay, Libra? Thank you so much for joining me for this new moon in Virgo at 0 degrees, this black moon reading. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. If you're not, please subscribe. And don't forget to smash that like button so that others can hear this message as well. And if you would like a personal reading from me, there's a link in the description box below. And don't forget to set out some water so you can get moon water. Don't forget to set your intentions. You have, not just tonight, I believe you have through Monday to set those intentions, to see what it is that you want to start doing as a routine, right, for this 0 degrees in Virgo. And it's going to go all the way through to the 29 degrees Virgo of 9/21, September 21st, for the next new moon. Okay? Until next time, have a good day.